The events of the summer of 2017 not only brought a terrible tragedy to our community, they also led to deep soul searching by all of us on the question of race in our city, in our city's history. Um, True, if we had been paying attention, the bitter facts and legacies of racism and Jim Crow and segregation are obvious around us. We have neighborhoods that are de facto segregated. We have persistent and stubborn achievement gaps between African American and white students. We have institutions that have racism sort of built into them, systemic racism in terms not only of housing, but also of justice, our criminal justice system. The destruction of Vinegar Hill in the 1960s remains, as one resident told me recently, a huge gash across our community that still hasn't healed. Some people see the slow moving but ongoing gentrification of the 10th and Page area as a reenactment, slow motion reenactment of that same tragedy. In 2012, the UVA Community Action for Racial Equity, or UCARE report, which is available online and is well worth your reading, was a starting point for recent discussions. It spoke of seeking truth, understanding, repair, and authentic relationship. I believe we as a community should dust off that report, see what progress we've made, and continue to move forward. Now, I am a son of the Deep South, and where I'm from, in so many communities across the South, it is unfortunately the case that it's not implicit racial bias that's the issue, it's explicit racial bias. So for all of our community's tragedies, and there are many, I am heartened that people in this community really do seem to care about issues of race, justice, and equity. For my own part, if I have the honor of being elected to council, I would prioritize these three things. First, I would realize that the most important thing for me to do would be not to try to fix anything, but to listen, and to listen well. So to that end, I would talk to as many people as I could across front doors in neighborhoods, churches, activists, and many other contexts. I'm already doing a lot of that now as a candidate. Secondly, I would recognize and acknowledge that addressing racial justice and historical inequity really comes down sometimes to hard cash in terms of prioritizing rehabbing of public housing and investing in our schools. So I would take those issues on board as crucial in terms of resolving past inequity. And then the final thing, of course, are these statues which have brought such heartache to our community and division. I think the case for removing them is compelling, especially after the events of August 2017. And so I would continue to lobby the General Assembly to change the law to allow us to do that. So those are some of the thoughts I have about race and racial justice and equity in our city. Thanks for watching.